Come on, so let's start with this topic, departmental accounting. Okay, departmental accounting. Today is day 1 of departmental accounting. Guarantee is not there, okay, but I can give you approximately assurance that it can come of 8 to 10 marks in your exam, same item. Okay. There are 6 to 7 questions in your mat, which we'll do. I will explain and you have to do of your own. Okay. Whenever you're facing any problem, same, then I'll do in this board and you will go. But first, try of your own. I'll explain everything. Just you need to solve this sums. Okay. Yes or no? Speak loud. Speak loud.
हेडफोन नहीं करने नॉर्मली करती है.
See, first of all, understand. Should know about this. Wait. Think there are many departments. Okay, many departments. You will learn this thing in your cost also. Think there are 3 departments. Best example will be of cloth one. ठीक है? Cloth factory. Assume this as department 1. Okay, department 1. What they do? They do cutting. Cutting according to the size of the shirt or pant, whatever. We are taking example of what? Shirt. Cutting shirt. Assume this one as department number 2. What they do? They stitch. That means it is stitching department. Understood? Assume this one as department 3. What they do? They do the finishing work. Finishing and packing. Okay. So this stitching shirt, one department, sorry, cutting shirt is one department, another department is what? Stitching department. The third one is what? Finishing and packing department. Now there might be sales department, administrative department, this, that. Infinite numbers of department can be there. But for our convenience, what we will do, we will assume this 3 department. Okay. Some work is been done over here. After doing this cutting, they shift this cutting shirt to stitching department. Then they will do their stitching work, and this will be forwarded to what? Department 3, which is what? Finishing and packing department. Okay. They will cut off the extra threads and all, and then they will iron it and pack it. So this finishing work will be done over here, and then the shirt will be in saleable format. Okay, you will get this what? Finishing finished goods shirt, and the shirt is now saleable in the market. This can be sold in the market. So why you are doing this chapter? What is the reason of this chapter? how they are stitching, how they are cutting, and how they are finishing their work and packing all these things and ironing the shirt is not our concern. Our concern is that how the accounting will be done. Understood? Our concern is what? How the accounting will be done. That only we have to learn in this chapter. Okay. So I've taken this PDF from your Institute Mat, CMA Institute Mat. We will do this some. I'll explain how they are doing this, and you have to do of your own. If you're unable to do of your own, then say me. Then I'll do this some for your convenience. Okay. Okay. Coming to question number 14. Page. This is the latest one. Okay. Page number 502. If you are having old Institute Mat, then please find it out of yourself and then compare from there. But I'll suggest to use what? To use the upgrade one. This is the upgrade, the latest one. See, Messrs Unique is a departmental store having how many departments? 3 departments. Okay? 3 departments. Department X, Y, and Z. Information regarding these 3 departments are given, of which date 31st March 2023 is the end date of the year. Okay. What are the informations available? Opening stock is given of the 3 department, furniture, purchase, sale, this, that, everything is given. Yeah. The new thing which you need to understand is this one. Floor area, number of employees, and this electricity consumed in units. These 3 things are new for you. Sir, why it is given? We use this information for calculation. Or you can say it as basis for apportionment. Understood? Basis of apportionment. Okay. How to use this and that you will understand in this class. Let me to explain something. Then you will start doing this. Okay. Before going to the sum, one normal idea I'm giving you that will help you to do sums of this chapter. See, expenses and incomes are of 2 types. What I said? Expenses and income are of 2 types. What are they? One is direct income. First go to expense. Direct expense, or we can say it as direct expense and direct income. And another one is indirect expense and indirect income. This will help you do this. So what is the meaning of direct expense? Why we are doing this? I'll say you. First, understand this topic. Direct expense means what? If I'm making a product, if I'm making a product, wait. Set this product. What are the things we require? First of all, raw material is required. I'm writing short. So what? Raw materials are required. Laborers will be required. The space where I will manufacture is factory. The rent of the factory. Rent of factory. And many more things, etc. Now, let's assume that for one product or one unit of product needs 1 unit of raw material at the rate, say, rupees 10. Then we can say for making one product, what is the cost of the raw material? Rupees 10. Okay. For making, now assumption will be taken. Okay. For making 1 unit of this product, how much the laborer takes? Say rupees 20, for example, rupees 20. Rent of the factory. If you make one product, 1,000 products, or zero, is your work is stopped right now. Then also you have to pay what? This rent of the factory. Let's assume 1,000 rupees, for example, 1,000 rupees. So which one is direct and which one is indirect? Direct means what? You can directly allocate. Means for making 1 unit of product, how much amount will be invested for this raw material? Rupees 10. For labor, how much? 20. But for 1 unit of product, how much rent you have to pay, that is not been said over. Means what? If production is in the peak level, then also 1,000 rupees. If you have produced only 1 unit, then also 1,000 rupees. If your production is stopped, then also 1,000 rupees. Means what? The rent of this factory has to be paid irrespective of production. Got it? This rent of factory is not your direct expense. Why? Direct expense means what? You can allocate, or you can say, if anyone asks from you what will be the cost of making one product, the expenses which you can allocate is the direct expense, and the expenses which you cannot allocate, you have to apportion. Okay? You have to apportion, that is indirect. Here it is one, that is अगर एक से ज़्यादा होता, we can say that. समझे कि नहीं समझे? Done? Now what to? These 1,000 rupees have to be transferred over here. Why? Because it is what? Indirect expense. 1,000 rupees. Understood? So why we do this apportionment, allocation, this, that, which is direct, which is indirect? Only for one reason. If it is direct expense or direct income, then it will be posted to trading account. And if this expense are indirect, we will post it to your profit and loss account. For this reason, we segregate the transaction into direct or indirect. Understood? If you're making one product and you're selling, from the sale, whatever you're getting is your direct income. Why? Your main business is what? To sell the product. But think you got commission from somewhere else. You got the commission from where? Somewhere else. Though it is income, but it is not your main business, isn't it? Though it is your income, but it is not your main business. So it is not in a frequent manner, or if it is frequent also, if we are considering it as a frequent one, but still it is not your main business. The income from other than main business is known as what? Indirect income. And income from your main business is known as what? Direct income. Got it? Clear? Reply fast, yes or no?
Huh?
Now come to this topic. Done? If you want to make it fast. Fast. Fast, fast, fast. Don't waste time.
Oh, yeah, just internet.
Now coming to this main question. Okay. This is the first question of your institute math. Numbering is 14, but it is the first sum of your institute. See what it tells you again. Opening stock, furniture, purchase, sale, closing stock, sundry debtor, everything. Now the extra information is also given. Floor area occupied by each department in square feet. Number of employees. Electricity consumed in units means what? 600 is what? 600 is not your rupee. It is in units. So 600 units you have consumed. 400 units you have consumed in what? By department. And Z department, how much you have consumed? 200 units you have consumed. Got it? Okay. Now this, from here to here, is your direct expense. What I said? From here to here is what? Your direct expense. So this one, the opening stock, closing stock, these things are what? Real account, but still we post this thing to trading account. Why? Actually what we do, these two things make us understand how much raw material is consumed. Understood? How much raw material is consumed. So what we do, we take purchase also. Understood? Means opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock is a what? Raw material consumed. This raw material consumed account is your nominal account. This raw material consumed account is what? Your nominal account. And because it is nominal account, we post it to what? Where? Trading. If it is direct one, we will post to trading. If it is indirect one, we will post to PL. That is the concept. Got it? Okay. Other revenue items is given, but still we can say it as what? We can say it as in the revenue also they have given wages. See, carriage inward, carriage outward, discount allowed, advertisement, wages. This is a mix of this direct and indirect. If I ask from you, what is your carriage inward? Carriage inward means whatever you are purchasing, it will come to your godown or it will come to your factory where you will manufacture. Means what? If carriage inward expense is not being done, your raw material will not be. Your raw material will not come to your factory or your godown whatsoever. Means it is directly connected to where? is connected to direct expense, or it is converted connected to your production, which anything which is related to your production directly you can allocate, then you can call it as what? Direct expense. Okay. So carriage inward is your indirect expense. If it is indirect, where we post it? We post it to PL. Carriage outward. What is the meaning of carriage outward? What's the meaning of carriage outward? Think that you are selling your product and you have made a customary. What's the meaning of customary? Parampara in Hindi. Parampara. That we deliver the goods to where? To the customer's house or to customer's place, wherever they stay. Okay. But it is not connected to a production. Means what? If carriage outward expense is not been incurred, if carriage outward expense is not been incurred, that will not affect your production. Which will not affect your production is what? Your indirect expense. Sorry, it was inward now. Sorry. Inward is directly linked. Na? It is your direct expense. Carriage outward is your indirect expense. Why? If we don't do this expenditure, that doesn't affect our production. Discount allowed, indirect income. Okay. Advertisement is also your indirect expense. Understood? Wages is directly connected to your production. If it is directly connected to a production, what we say it as direct expense. Are you getting me? Discount received. Discount received is what? Your indirect income. Why? If discount is not been received, will our production be affected? No. Anything which can affect our production is what? Your direct expense or direct income, as the case may be. And things which are not been directly connected or will not affect your production is an indirect income or an indirect expense. Employee welfare expense is also your indirect expense. Not your income, is indirect expense. Okay. Rent, rates and taxes. In our examples, I have explained this one. Rent, rates and taxes is your indirect. What? Indirect expense or income? Expense. Electricity charge. What you will do? See, electricity charge is, you can say it as indirect expense, but it can be direct expense also. If a submitter is given, you can check it out how many units have been consumed to make one unit, then you can call it as direct expense, but nothing is mentioned in this question in this way, so we are assuming it as what? Your indirect expense. Okay. Depreciation on furniture is also your indirect expense. Actually, it is your non-cash expense, but cash or non-cash doesn't matter in this chapter, so what is indirect expense. So why we have segregated these items in direct and indirect? Direct expense will go where? To trading. Indirect expense will go where? To PL. Direct income will go to trading. Direct income will go to trading. Indirect income will go to PL. That's it. One more thing is given. See, provision for bad debt is how much? Yeah, 5%. Understood? Provision for bad debt is your 5%. So how to use this one? Provision for bad debt, this is also what? Your indirect expense. It is non-cash expense, but still we consider it as expense and it is indirect. Always use this provision for bad debt, the percentage on data. Understood?
हाँ
What debtors? From whom we will get money. From whom we will get money. जिससे मेरे को पैसा मिले. Correct? Now see what the question is asked from us. Prepare departmental trading and profit and loss account. And
हाँ
I'm explaining it and then you have to do of your own. After doing same, if there is any doubt, I'll explain. How to make it same as your final. Same as your final. Departmental trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st 3 2023 is that. Yeah. From where we are getting this data from the question. See. Opening stock. I'm rubbing it up. Opening stock for this three departments X, Y, and Z is given for 72,000, 48,000, 40,000. It's 40,000, 48,000, 72,000. So from here, we'll put this information to here 72, 48, and 40. Okay. So purchase whatever is given over here, whatever is given here, like uh, opening stock, purchase, sale, closing stock, all will go where? To your trading account. So put this information to your trading account. Purchase, sale, closing stock. Okay. So carriage inward. Now you have to use this topics. Carriage inward. So carriage inward is related to what? We are purchasing our units and it is coming to our godown or it is coming to our factory. Means what it is directly connected to? It is connected to purchase. So we have to take the ratio of purchases of different departments. Here it is 3, and we have to make a ratio and we have to distribute it. Understood? How much is the amount? 6,000 rupees is the amount. Now how to distribute it? Come to this question above. Inward purchase. See, one two three, this one 264 000, 176 000, and 88 000. Now make ratios of this. How to make it, sir? See, in all these three zeros are common. So first cancel this 30 from here, 30 from here, and 30 from here. What it comes to 264 is to 176 is to 88. Done. 176. 260. 3. Again, cancel this with the same number. Divide this. 88 ones are 88. 88 twos are 176. 88 threes are 264. Divide करके देखना पड़ेगा. Understood? Divide it and you have to check it. It is coming or not. So directly we cannot apply. Yeah, if you want, you can apply directly also. If you're thinking, sir, I don't want to cancel it so much, okay. Whatever is given, 264, 167, and 88, you can use this also, or you can use 3 is to 2 is to 1. Both will give the same answer. Done? Okay. So, now see how this carriage inward is being distributed. Come to this working. Carriage inward. How much was the amount? 6,000 was the amount. What was the basis of apportionment? Purchase, because it is related to what? Your purchase. 3 is to 2 is to 1. How? How we have got this 3 is to 2 is to 1? It's been explained in this question only. In that question. Now divide this 6,000 in how much? Three is to 2 is to 1. How to do this? For X, department X, for department X, 6,000 into how much? What will the total of this ratio? 3 plus 2 plus 1
By
is
6.
6. How much we have to take? 3 by 6. Say how much you will get. Solve it out. 3,000. Same thing you have to do for Y also. For Y, what will do? 6,000 into how much? 2 divided by
6.
by 6. How much? You will get 2,000. And the same way, Z shall also be done. How to do this? I'm doing it over here because I don't have space. 6,000 into how much? 1
1
by
by 6.
6. That gives us to 1,000. Got it? Now check this from here. 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000. Understood? Yes or no? Now you have to put all the datas over here in the same way. You have to put this amount, this amounts in this amount column. You have to put the basis also. Okay. Calculate this ratios and find out this answer. After finding out this answer, you have to put this, but first find out the answer first. वही समस्या का बात है. That takes two time, but it's very easy chapter, scoring chapter. Understood? The last thing is this bad debt. See, in the question it was given, na? In the question it was given 5% provision for bad debt at 5%. So how we will calculate 5% on data? Now come to the question and find out the data's amount. This one, this one, sundry data, 30,000, 20,000 and 20,000. What we will do? 5% on this 30,000, 5% on this 20, and again 5% on this 20. Got it? And the amount you have to put in PL, because provision is also what? Indirect non-cash expense. I hope that you have understood. Start with the sum. Fast. How to do? Start with your trading and profit and loss account. Wait fast, wait fast. So the first thing what you will make, these four items were very easy. Opening stock, purchase, sales, and this closing stock was very easy. Now what you have to do, you have to follow this table, other revenue items and all. Carriage inward, how you will distribute it that I've explained. Now after make one page, to take full one page for this trading and profit and loss account, and leaving that page, come to working note number 1 and do the allocation from here. Allocation of unallocated income and expense. Unallocated means what? Which cannot be allocated. Allocation करेगा कैसे? आप क्वेश्चन करना रहता. Understood? The first thing what you will do, make trading and profit loss account in the first page and leave that page and go to the next page and start with this working note number 1, because everything is given in this table only. You have to use this table and you have to fill up the trading and profit loss first. First don't set item. जितना अपना हाथ से करेगा उतना मजबूती बढ़ेगा. And only you will sit and listen this a lecture that will not be beneficial for you. First. So the students of WB or this CBSE तो फिर भी ठीक है. WB, if you are facing problem with this English में समझने में अगर दिक्कत है, you can say me. After explaining this thing in English, I'll also explain Hindi also. हिंदी में भी हम बोलते, बंगाली में भी बोलते, जैसा आपको सुविधा हो, बट वो मेरे को बोलना पड़ेगा, तब ना हमको समझ में आएगा, ना मालूम चलेगा कहाँ से. One more thing I would like to say, chapters are common in BCom. That doesn't mean whatever you are learning in this BCom is sufficient for your inter level. Inter मैंने समझ में आता है किसको बोलते हैं. Inter means what? Semi qualification is there. है ना? After passing your intermediate exams, you will be called as a semi qualified cost. And it is not so easy. After giving exam, you will understand how much strength is needed, how much hard work is needed for passing this intermediate exam. So don't think that I know BCom courses very well. I've done very well over there. That doesn't mean that you will do very well in this intermediate exam also. इस गलतफहमी में कहीं मत रहना. Because it's the first question. I hope this kind of question you have done in your BCom also. But the rest of the sum is not so easy. And it's not a class 12 exam also, that same thing will come in your paper. थोड़ा तो टेढ़ा देगा ही. Institute doesn't want that supply of CMA or CA to increase, to always suppress the flow of these professionals. Then who will pass? The students who have strength, the students who have done hard work, and the students who know all the concepts will pass, and the average student will fail. Next is up to you. Done.
Next one.
Any student is facing any problem, this one. Once more I'll explain. Got this ratios. Now how you are solving? 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 5 is 15. But the first one will be what? 6 by 15 into how much? Into this 15,000. Let's do. Again 5 by 15 into 15,000. The same thing will go on. Then you will give this, you will get this answer 6,000, 5,000 and 4,000. Speed. Table is completed. Now just go to just go to this trading and PL and just put it. See, to carriage invert, how much you got from that table? Go to your table and take the reference. Carriage invert 3,000, 2,000 and 1,000. Put it over here. 3,000, 2,000 and this 1,000. Done. Now balance it. Balance it and calculate this gross profit. I hope you know how to balance.
नहीं होता है balance.
180,000 plus 42,000 comes to 222,000 minus this one 40,000, 88,000, 1,000. You will get this 93. Okay. Make it fast. Got it? You are now take this gross profit CD 111,000, 79,000 and 93,000 over here as buy gross profit BD. Okay, that was CD. This is BD. Carried downward, brought downward. Now use that table and fill this. Rent, rates and taxes and all, that was what? Your direct, your indirect expense. This, that. We have solved over here also. Once a direct and once indirect. This one. Indirect होगा तो PL, direct होगा तो credit. First. Whenever you're solving this sum, take a pencil, okay, and put the tick marking over here. Which one you have done, and which one is left. Or else, what will happen in an exam hall? You will forget that which entry you have done, which entry is left. Fast. There should be a question from you all. Listen. There should be a question from you all. So wages is always what? Your direct expense. And सुन लो. Wages is what? Your direct expense. It comes to this trading account, not to PL account. But see, wages के बारे में यहाँ बोला नहीं है ना. Wages is always what? Your direct expense. But in this case, it will be indirect. Why? because it is given in this accumulated form 96,000. 96,000. How you will say in this 96,000 how much can be directly allocated to x, y and z? तो अपोर्शन करना पड़ेगा. Got it? एलोकेशन वाले क्या डब्बे में डालना, और अपोर्शन मीन्स व्हाट, इस सिंगल दिया हुआ है, सिंगल अमाउंट इज गिवन एंड व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, रेशियोज में पुट करके उसमें आंसर निकालना है. दैट इज अपोर्शनमेंट. यहाँ पे अपोर्शनमेंट करेंगे तो कैसे करेंगे, समझ आ रहा है? फॉर दिस थिंग दिस वेजेस इज योर डायरेक्ट एक्सपेंस, बट इन दिस क्वेश्चन ड्यू टू दिस फॉर्मेट the total is given, individually it is not given, so we are considering it as what, indirect expense. ठीक है, ये एक सवाल आपको होना चाहिए था while I was explaining why it is given over there. तो ये पॉइंट आपको समझ में आया, why wages is your indirect expense. For your better understanding, one thing I'll say, this course of the C and CMA is not hard, but it is vast. बच्चे को समझा देगा तो वो कर लेगा ये सब, ये टर कैसे करना है वैसे करना है, but the syllabus is too huge, especially for the CMA candidate. बाप रे बाप, and nothing is left, everything they have put. In accountancy also, in tax also. It's the most irritating is the law portion. They have put everything of chartered also, of this CS also, MBA मैनेजमेंट का जो पोर्शन उसको ही डालो, LLB कुछ हो रहा नहीं है. इस बात अच्छा आप लोग का कि क्रिमिनल लॉ नहीं पढ़ना पड़ता. CAs are giving what, 7 papers. How many papers you are giving? You will see that your paper is of 8, but it's not 8, it's 12 papers. In one paper 2 subjects are combined, और भी सख्त हो जाता वो. Hey, done. The discount समझ में आता ना कि you are giving discount to someone, तो आपका expense हुआ. Discount received is given. Received means whatever you have bought, so it is your income. Income को पोस्ट करेगा क्रेडिट में, expense को पोस्ट कहाँ पे, डेबिट में. Simple. Okay. Everything is done. Okay. This depreciation portion also. Depreciation क्या था? Done. ये वाला depreciation on this furniture. फर्नीचर को कैसे किया मालूम है ना, कैसे करते? वैल्यू ऑफ द फर्नीचर जैसे से होगा, क्या निकाल लेना, उसका इश्यूज निकाल लेना, फिर उसका एलोकेट करना. अच्छा, नाउ व्हाट यू विल गेट, दिस जनरल पीएल. सर व्हाई इट इज जनरल पीएल? सम्स अगर हो गया तो सुन लो, व्हाई इट इज जनरल पीएल. भाई सी, डिपार्टमेंट इज 3, ये तो समझ में आता है. द डिपार्टमेंट इज 3, X, Y and Z 3 डिपार्टमेंट है. देयर आर 3 डिपार्टमेंट, बट एज अ होल किसी बिजनेस का तो ये तो होल हो गया ना. वन लुकिंग दैट किया डिपार्टमेंट वगैरह, X का इतना, Y का इतना, Z का इतना, बट फॉर द बिजनेस मैन और द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जिसका बिजनेस चल रहा है उसके लिए तो ये पूरा का पूरा क्या है, पूरा पूरा एक ही बिजनेस है ना. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? तो व्हाट द बिजनेसमैन विल डू, या फिर अकाउंटेंट जो भी संभालता होगा उसको, व्हाट दे विल डू, ये प्रॉफिट ऑफ X, प्रॉफिट ऑफ Y एंड प्रॉफिट ऑफ Z तीनों को प्लस कर देगा, करके किसमें दिखा देगा कि वो अपना नेट प्रॉफिट हुआ. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? तो जनरल पीएल का मतलब क्या होता है कि जनरली इतना हुआ, ये नेट वेट एकदम पूरा का पूरा नहीं है क्या? नो, नेट प्रॉफिट निकालने के लिए आपको फिर इसमें डालना पड़ेगा, अकाउंट में डालना पड़ेगा. That is the reason it is known as what, general. Whatever profit, whatever loss will come in general way, तो सबको एक डब्बे में डाल देना ताकि फाइनल आंसर आपका निकले. ये फाइनल आंसर नहीं है, ये तो डिपार्टमेंट का प्रॉफिट दिख रहा है आपको. बिजनेस का प्रॉफिट पूरा टोटल प्रॉफिट थोड़ी दिख रहा है. To see the total profit you need to plus this plus this plus this, तीनों डिपार्टमेंट को प्लस करना पड़ेगा. ठीक है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 इज डन ना. हाँ.
हाँ.
कम टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 50. इंपॉर्टेंट है, राइट, इन योर बुक. स्टार लगाओ इसमें, स्टार, यही सब आता है. राइट मस्ट revise before exam. संभावना है आने का. must revise before exam. टॉपिक क्या है इसका? इंटर डिपार्टमेंटल ट्रांसफर. डिपार्टमेंट आपस में भी कुछ ना कुछ ट्रांसफर करते हैं. मींस वन डिपार्टमेंट इज टेकिंग फ्रॉम, one department is taking from another department. It might be that department 1 is taking from department number 2, and it might be that department number 2 is also giving from department number 1 is taking from 2, and it might be department 2 is taking from 1. ये भी हो सकता है म्यूचुअल ट्रांसफर. समझ में आ रहा है? ठीक है, दोबारा मैं बोल दूं. डिपार्टमेंट 1 डिपार्टमेंट 2. ठीक है. इट माइट बी डिपार्टमेंट 1 डिपार्टमेंट 2 से लेता भी है और कुछ ना कुछ ये डिपार्टमेंट 2 को देता भी है. माने म्यूचुअल ट्रांसफर वाला हो ही सकता है, क्यों नहीं हो सकता. ठीक है. So I'll just explain it. This will be your homework. ठीक है ना, क्योंकि ज़्यादा बड़ा सम है नहीं. Come on, start with this sum. A firm has two departments. One is raw material department, and another one is what? Manufacturing department. The finished goods are produced by manufacturing department with raw material supplied by raw material supplied by raw material department. Raw material supplied by raw material department at selling price. At selling price, using the following information, prepare what? Departmental trading, वही trading profit and loss account, सेम चीज बनाना है. ठीक है. Means what? Manufacturing raw material department gives what? Raw material to manufacturing department. तो ये एक डिपार्टमेंट दूसरा डिपार्टमेंट में ट्रांसफर हुआ ना, वन डिपार्टमेंट इज सप्लाइंग टू अदर डिपार्टमेंट. अब देखो क्या क्या है इसमें. ओपनिंग स्टॉक द सेम थिंग, ओपनिंग स्टॉक, परचेज, सेल, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग एक्सपेंस, सेलिंग प्राइस, रॉ मटेरियल ट्रांसफर टू मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डिपार्टमेंट. ये इंपॉर्टेंट है, यही वाला टॉपिक खाली सीखना है आपको इस क्वेश्चन में, बाकी सब सेम ही. रॉ मटेरियल ट्रांसफर टू व्हाट, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डिपार्टमेंट. कितना, 1,20,000 का. Closing stock is given 80,000 and 24,000. See, opening stock. अच्छा, इसमें ना एक चीज मेरे को सिखाना है. See, in opening stock and closing stock एक चीज आपको सीखना पड़ेगा. Cost of closing stock of manufacturing department consists of what, 25% of manufacturing expense. Okay, 25% of manufacturing expense and 75% of what, for raw materials. मतलब क्या हुआ, this closing stock of this manufacturing department consist of two things. Consist of what, two things. देख लो क्या क्या है. $25% of its own and 75% from raw material department. समझ में आ रहा ना, ये नहीं अपन इसमें 25% अपना ही है खुद का ओन एंड 75% किसका है, रॉ मटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट का है. अंडरस्टूड? ओके. सो इन द सेम वे ओपनिंग स्टॉक में भी कुछ ऐसा होगा. Are you getting me? Opening stock में कुछ ऐसा होगा. It's 20,000 what is showing in this topic कि 20,000 जो है इसमें भी segregation होगा. हुआ कि नहीं होगा ना? हाँ सर होगा. भाई क्यों नहीं हो पाएगा. 25% of its own and 75% from where, from this raw material department. समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं यार? One information is given कि what is the GP rate. आपको GP rate भी निकालना पड़ेगा इसमें. In preceding year means what? Previous year. Preceding year means previous year. Gross profit rate was how much? 10%. Point to be noted. In the preceding year, the gross profit rate was what? 10%. So in this opening stock, which one to apply? This 10% or the percentage we will calculate? Which one? 10%, because what? Opening stock is what? The closing stock of the previous year. If we are talking about, for an example, if we are talking about this 2025, for example, the previous year will be 2024. Closing stock of this 2024 will be opening stock of 2025. Are you getting me? Closing stock of 2024 will be opening stock of 2025, isn't it? There's a 75% of this 20,000 is from where? This raw material department, and that profit, the 10% profit has to be what? Deducted from there. टान को उसको निकालना पड़ेगा, है कि नहीं, to get the actual profit. So in this opening stock, which percentage you will apply? 10%. And for this closing stock of this year, जो दिख रहा है अभी, ठीक ना, this one, how much percentage will apply, that you have to find it. जीपी रेट हैज टू बी फाइंड आउट, ठीक है। अच्छा, सैलरीज ऑफ salaries of 5,000, insurance of 1,600 are allocated between two departments on the base of which ratio? Sales ratio. तो sales है कितना, पूछ के निकालो. How much it is given for raw material department? 880,000 and 180,000 for manufacturing. इसका रेशियो आपको बनाना पड़ेगा ना. The sales ratio have to be made. कितना sales? How you will make it? If 4 zeros from backward side and 4 zeros from backward side and both are same, so we can cancel it out. यहाँ भी same, cancel it out. तो बचता कितना है? 88 and 18 है ना. रेशियो कितना हो गया? 88:18. More you can deduct it. दो बटे में से इसको काटो. If you're cancelling from 2's table, how much you will get? 44:9. 2 9s are 18 है ना, एंड 2 44s are 88. तो ये वाला रेशियो अपने को मिल गया. मेरा बात को समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा? हाउ टू now how to apply it? 44 by कितना, दोनों को प्लस करो, कितना आएगा? 53 आएगा. वो 44 plus 9 is 53. 44 by 53 रॉ मटेरियल वाले के लिए, और उसके लिए कितना होगा? 9 by 53 फॉर मैन्युफैक्चरिंग. इस तरह से एलोकेट करना पड़ेगा. समझे? 53 कहाँ से आया? 44 plus 9 gives us 53. 53 का अपने आप अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा. समझे कि नहीं समझे? And this transfer one, the main thing you have to understand is this transfer. Transfer वाला को समझो. Do this sum in your homework. I'm just explaining it how to do it. See the opening one, opening stock वाला 10% वो तो दिया था. And in this present year, how much will be the GP rate that we have to find it out. ठीक ना? The GP कैसे निकालते हैं? How to find GP? Normally what? Whatever gross profit you have got, divide by what? Sales. But there are inter-departmental transfer also. So for that reason we have to take this one also. Transfer वाला भी लेना पड़ेगा, है ना? Why? Because you're transferring in what? Selling price. Question में था selling price में transfer हो रहा है. So how much we got after doing all this kind of accounting? ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट में 160 मिला था ना. 160 देखो, 160 000 एंड 34,000. हाँ, 160 000. ठीक है. फॉर विच डिपार्टमेंट? फॉर विच डिपार्टमेंट? अरे भाई ये दिया होगा. मैन रॉ मटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट. 160 for raw material department divided by what? Sales. How much is the sales of this raw material department? कितना है? 8,000 है ना. So transfer तो यहाँ दिख रहा, हम बोले ना यहाँ पे 75% वाला. और ठीक है प्लॉट पे raw material transfer to manufacturing department 1,20,000. So now solve this. ट्रांसफर कितना हो गया? 1,20,000. और सेल्स का आपका कितना था? उसमें कितना था? 88,000. ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट कितना आ गया था आपको 160,300 है ना. Then you will get the 16%. अच्छा, now what to do? This 24,000 I've said in this while reading the question 24,000 plus 75% कितना आता है 18,000. हाँ 18,000. This is what the value and how much profit is being included in that 18,000. 18,000 कितना का profit घुसा पड़ा है 16% निकाले थे ना तो 16% ये वाला. ठीक है तो 18,000 का 16% gives what 2880. ठीक है ना. कम टू द नेक्स्ट वन. ये तो हो गया आपका किसका, ये होगा किसका क्लोजिंग स्टॉक का है ना.
हो गया.
अनसोल्ड स्टॉक कौन सा क्लोजिंग ही है. अब कम टू दिस ओपनिंग स्टॉक ऑल्सो. कितना था ओपनिंग स्टॉक क्वेश्चन 120 है ना. 120 या 20 120 और उधर 20,000 का. तो विच वन वी हैव टू टेक दिस 20,000. सवाई 20,000 से. अरे भैया उसी में तो रॉ मटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट का जो स्टॉक है वो किसमें घुसा पड़ा है. रॉ मटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट का जो स्टॉक किसमें घुसा पड़ा है मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में घुसा पड़ा है. वही वाला लेंगे ना. तो 20,000 पर 75% गिव्स अस हाउ मच 15,000.
15,000.
हाँ 15,000. व्हाट इज दिस 15,000. 15,000 उसका वैल्यू है. अब उसमें उसका प्रॉफिट घुसा पड़ा है. कौन सा प्रॉफिट सर 10%. वही 10% क्योंकि प्रीवियस ईयर का ना ये. तो प्रीवियस ईयर में 10% नहीं कमाए थे. तो whatever is been included in 15,000 is what 10% है ना. तो apply this 10% on this 15,000. How much you will get 1,500. Got it. Now what to do for net stock reserve 2880 and this 1,500 दोनों को माइनस करें. How much we will get 1,380. Sir, why we are doing this minus? For example, if you are making PL in this way, देखो roughly दिखा रहे हैं. If you are making this PL, एक साथ रफ PL बना रहे हैं. तो समझा रहे कि why we are doing this minus. What comes over your opening stock है ना. अच्छा यहाँ पे क्या आता है क्लोजिंग स्टॉक. ठीक. दिस आर डेबिट साइड. दिस वॉट योर क्रेडिट साइड. ये अपना जो बन रहा है वो ट्रेडिंग पे जो ही बोलो. चलो ट्रेडिंग ही बन रहा है. हाउ मच प्रॉफिट इज इंक्लूडेड इन दिस ओपनिंग स्टॉक बताओ. 1,500 isn't it. एक तो कैलकुलेशन का निकाले 1,500. How much is in this closing stock? How much profit is there in this closing stock? 2,880. तो how much extra profit is been there? तो ये ब्लैंक स्पेस में हमको निकालना पड़ेगा. Are you getting me कि माइनस क्यों कर रहे हैं. If 2,880 is in credit side, 1,500 is also in debit side. तो 1500 तो ऐसे माइनस है. तो एक्स्ट्रा और कितना हो गया 2,880 minus 15,000 gives us how much 1,380. समझ में आया. टफ नहीं है. टेक्निकल कुछ टफ नहीं है. चलो 1,380. बस कहानी खत्म. वॉट एवर यू हैव गॉट फ्रॉम. अच्छा एक मिस्टेक है इंस्टीट्यूट का ये सोल्यूशन में फ्रेमिंग का दिक्कत है. ठीक ना. हाउ मच प्रॉफिट यू गॉट 152,922 from what manufacturing raw material department and 32078 from मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डिपार्टमेंट. रॉ मटेरियल कितना था 152,922. मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कितना 32078. द बोथ थिंग बोथ आर ए प्रॉफिट ना. और बिजनेस का तो नहीं प्रॉफिट है, ये डिपार्टमेंट अलग है, बिजनेस तो सेम है। तो व्हाट वी डू, वी हैव टू पुट दिस वैल्यू टू जनरल प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट। क्यों, तभी हम बताए थे वाई जनरल प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट, कि जहाँ जो जो भी प्रॉफिट सारे अलग अलग डिपार्टमेंट में एक्यूमुलेट करेंगे एक डब्बे में। तो ये जनरल हो गया ना, स्पेसिफिक किसी का तो ले नहीं रहा है, सबका प्रॉफिट उसी में आ रहा है। दैट इज द रीजन इट इज व्हाट जनरल प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट। तो बाई डिपार्टमेंट प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट डेबिट, सर कैसे हुआ ये? डिपार्टमेंटल ट्रेडिंग प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट डेबिट टू टू जनरल पीएल। बात को समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? तो डेबिट है तो बाई डिपार्टमेंटल प्रॉफिट एंड लॉस अकाउंट यहाँ पे लिखना चाहिए था, ये चीज ये गड़बड़ है सॉल्यूशन, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग वाला। सॉरी, रॉ मटेरियल, रॉ मटेरियल डिपार्टमेंट हाउ मच दिस मच, और यहाँ पे क्या हो जाएगा, इसका नाम क्या है, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग। इसको भी काट देना, लिखना मैन्युफैक्चरिंग डिपार्टमेंट, ठीक है। वो थिंग शुड पुट हो गई। सर स्टॉक रिजर्व भी कितना निकाले थे माइनस करके, 1380 वो पुट किए।
80।
हाँ, तो नेट प्रॉफिट कितना आएगा, नेट प्रॉफिट माइनस करके 183620, ठीक है ना। एंड दिस नेट प्रॉफिट विल बी एडेड टू व्हाट, कैपिटल। कैपिटल का बैलेंस क्रेडिट, टू मैंने भी क्रेडिट, तो क्या कैपिटल अकाउंट में ये प्लस हो जाएगा। तो वॉट एवर यू विल गेट, यू विल राइट व्हाट टू, इट शुड बी टू नेट प्रॉफिट, ब्रैकेट में होना चाहिए ट्रांसफर टू कैपिटल। पता नहीं कैसे ये लोग फ्रेमिंग किया। व्हाट यू शुड राइट टू व्हाट, टू नेट प्रॉफिट, ब्रैकेट में आपको लिखना चाहिए व्हाट, ट्रांसफर टू कैपिटल, ठीक है। दैट इज ऑल अबाउट दिस टू सम। इंपॉर्टेंट कौन सा सर, इंपॉर्टेंट ये वाला है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट ये होती है। आई होप दिस टू टॉपिक्स आर क्लियर।
हाँ,
Do this sum in your home. If you face any problem, then again we will meet in the next class and we will like same ही सर कहाँ पे दिक्कत है, ठीक है। ओके, अच्छा ट्राई दिस 16 वन ऑल्सो, ऊपर का तो एक्सप्लेन किए, दिक्कत हो तो बोलना। क्वेश्चन नंबर 15 इज योर होमवर्क, 16 इज ऑल्सो योर होमवर्क, जस्ट ट्राई इन योर होम, दिक्कत हो तो फिर बताना मेरे को, ठीक है। चले राइट कि कितना होमवर्क रहेगा, होमवर्क क्वेश्चन नंबर 15 जो भी एक्सप्लेन किए एंड क्वेश्चन नंबर 16 ऑफ योर ओन, दिक्कत तो पूछो, ठीक है। चलो मीटिंग इन द नेक्स्ट क्लास, टिल देन टेक केयर एंड गो ऑन स्टडिंग, गो ऑन स्टडिंग। इंटर के एग्जाम में एमकॉम नहीं है, बीकॉम एमकॉम नहीं है भाई, प्रोफेशनल कोर्स है, करते रहो हो जाएगा। सर ने एक एक चीज को पहले हम बारीकी से समझा के बहुत मेहनत किए हुए हैं, तो सर की इज्जत रखना एग्जाम में, ठीक है। चलो बाय।